What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It is 7 p.m. and we are live. As usual, I'm going to put my links in the comments here real quick. Bing, 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 top. What up, guys? I can see everybody pouring in. Just give me 2 seconds. Cool. Comments pinned. How is everybody doing? So, we are live right now on this wonderful Wednesday evening because we've called this town hall because I'm dropping a brand new music video this Friday at 9 a.m. What's up, guys? Hello, hello, hello. I can see everybody joining. Yeah, brand new video drops this Friday at 9 a.m. We've been talking about it all week. This one is going to be crazy. This one is going to be a lot different than anything you've ever heard from me before. Not only is it going to be a lot different than anything you've heard from me before, it's going to be a lot different than anything that you've seen from me before. So look, I've hinted at it and I've talked about it all week. This Friday is going to shock. It's going to shock the internet. It is going to send shock waves through all social media platforms. I honestly don't even know how long that this video is going to end up staying online before they try and take it down. And they're not going to try and take it down for the usual reasons. They're going to try and take this one down for a whole slew of other shit. So yeah. So this Friday, 9 a.m., brand new video. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I'm going to drop the artwork. So if you want to know what the song is called, or you want to know what the song might be about, or you want to have a big clue at what the video is going to look like, tune in tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. when I drop that artwork. Because, sometimes you drop artwork and the title of the song is a little abstract and the visual on the artwork doesn't give everything away. This is not one of those artworks. When this artwork drops tomorrow, the cat will be out of the bag and it will be fucking running Hulkamania wild all over town. So if you want to know what the song is called, you want to know what's it about, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I'm dropping the artwork. Friday morning at 9 a.m. I'm dropping the video. As always, my links are pinned in the comment section. If you want to join the Hangover Gang newsletter or you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would super appreciate that. Links to both of those things are in the comment section right now. If you join the Hangover Gang newsletter, I will personally email you on Friday with the link to the video before it even goes live on YouTube. And if you don't want to do that, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hopefully, maybe YouTube will alert you when the video drops. But it just seems like they don't really send out my notifications that often, even if you are subscribed. So when you're subscribed on YouTube, make sure your notifications are turned on. But I would recommend joining the Hangover Gang newsletter and I'll email you. All you got to do is put in your email, hit enter, and you're done. You're joined. And I can now email you on Fridays when the videos drop. So for the rest of the year, it's going to be all... This song dropping on Friday... It's not on any of my albums. This is a brand new song. Nobody's heard it. It's not on any project that anybody owns. It's brand new. So I got a couple brand new things coming to you guys before the end of the year, and we're gonna kick it off. We're gonna kick it off on Friday with this new one. So I've been very secretive. I've been super secretive about this song all week. But all I can say is that, like, you're going to see a lot more of me than you've ever seen before. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. That's the last hint that I can give you. And look, like, do not have expectations going into this video. Because nothing that you expect is going to happen. Nothing. This is going to be the most unexpected song and video that I've ever released. So just be ready to be shocked. That's all I can say. It's just right now, just brace yourselves and be ready to be shocked Friday morning at 9 a.m. So I'm going to jump into the comments here in like 2 seconds, and I'm going to start answering as many questions as I can. If you have a question, start dropping them in the comment section right now. And please end your questions with a question mark so it's easy for me to find them in the sea of comments. So start dropping your questions in the comment section. I'll start scrolling through in like 2 minutes here. And I'll start answering as many questions as I can. So, yeah, feel free to ask about anything, and I'll burn through as many as possible. Let me just reiterate one more time. Brand new video drops Friday at 9 a.m. The artwork for the video drops tomorrow at 9 a.m. right here. So meet me here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. to see the artwork. Friday morning at 9 a.m. the video drops. And join the Hangover Gang newsletter or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please, we're at 2.85 million subscribers on YouTube. We're going to hit that 3 million mark, and we might even hit it before the end of the year. So the links to join the Hangover Gang newsletter and the links to subscribe to my YouTube are both in the comment section. Click one of those links, do your thing. I'd appreciate it if you join the newsletter. And new video Friday at 9 a.m. I'm going to jump into the comments right now, and I'll answer as many as I can. Okay, here we go. Logan Jefferson says, are you going to make a country rap song? I'm not saying that I'm never going to make a country rap song, but that's not what's coming on Friday. People have been trying to guess all week. What's happening on Friday, and nobody's guessed it yet. So it's not even really a genre thing. A lot of people are immediately like, oh, it's got to be a rock song or a metal song or a country song or this or that. It's not even a genre thing. It's bigger than that. Okay? So please, everybody, this is the second last video of the year. Please, when this video drops on Friday, share it like madmen. Share it like crazy. Spread it like wildfire. Because this one has the potential to burn the fucking internet down. So do me a favor. I think a lot of people are going to be upset, honestly. I think a lot of people are going to be unhappy with it. And I can't tell you why, but I just suspect people get mad at me for fucking everything. If I don't part my hair on the right side of my head, people are mad. If I lean my fucking hand down like this, people scream Illuminati. I can't do anything without the internet being mad at me. So I'm giving the internet a reason to be mad with me on Friday. So I'm just suspecting there's gonna be a lot of people that are butthurt. But I'm gonna troll the entire world on Friday. I am trolling the entire world. So if you want to troll the internet with me, be ready on Friday morning and post that video as far and wide as possible. I'd appreciate it. But Logan Jefferson, am I making a country rap song? Maybe at some point in the future, but that's not what's happening on Friday. Okay. Carol Cheney says, have Black Friday orders began the shipping process yet? Yeah, a lot of people have got their stuff already. So if you ordered on Black Friday, we are shipping every single day. Just stay tuned. Like hundreds of orders are going out every day. So just please be patient. We're working like long hours. We're working really hard and we're getting everything out as fast as humanly possible. So just stay tuned. I just posted on Instagram and Twitter the Spotify year-end numbers, and we ended up having like 220 million streams and like 100 million hours streamed, or like something fucking just mind-blowing. Like the Spotify year-end wrap that I just posted is like, the numbers are so astronomical that it's like difficult to even like really imagine that amount of streams and that amount of hours listened to. And it's just really incredible. And the fact that we did it independently with no label or manager or any of that, it's just me and you guys and my girlfriend. The fact that we did that, independently is just really incredible. So I just want to say to anybody that spent their time this year, that spent a second listening to me, or a minute listening to me, or an hour listening to me, anybody that spent any time listening to my music this year, thank you guys. I love you so, 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 so much. It really, truly does mean the world to me. And I really appreciate you guys inviting me into your lives and allowing me to give you guys some music. I just think that's really, really cool. And I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate it. And it was weird. I was looking at the Spotify year-end numbers today, and I was thinking to myself that as amazing as those numbers are, and as great as those numbers are, it's like, at the end of the day, the numbers and the streams and the dollars and the downloads and the charts and the awards, and like, none of those things actually can quantify success. All those numbers are is the industry has the music industry has an idea of what success is. And they try to quantify that and represent that success by analyzing and accounting for streams and downloads and charting and blah, 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 blah. So all those numbers, they're just really like the music industry's best attempt at representing success through numbers. And at the end of the day, as proud as I am of those numbers, and as grateful as I am for those numbers and those charts and awards and all that stuff, what I'm more proud of, or what I'm most proud of, are the things that those numbers don't represent. And what those numbers don't represent are the impact that music can have on people's lives, and how many smiles you put on faces, and how many bad days you turned into good days, and how many people you might have helped with their mental health problems or their addiction problems, or whatever the case may be. Those things don't have like a real physical presence that they can measure and then turn into numbers. So those things don't get represented in these sort of year-end calculations on Spotify and stuff. And at the end of the day, it's those sort of intangible things that are most important and that I'm most proud of. And I couldn't have any of those things without you guys. So once again, I just want to say thank you. And I love you guys so much. And I appreciate you. I appreciate every single one of you for inviting me into your ears and your brains and your hearts and your homes with my music. It really means the fucking world. So thank you guys. I love you so much. What else we got here? Rebecca Mason says, will you say hi to me and my husband, Christopher? Hello, Christopher and Rebecca Mason. Xavier Roberts says, have you ever thought about quitting music? And if so, why? You're an amazing artist, by the way. I listen to all your music. Thank you, Xavier. Have I ever thought about quitting music? Not really, man. I think that like it's human nature to like go through good times and go through bad times. And sometimes when we go through the bad, I think it's only natural to at least have the idea pass through your mind of, well, what if I just give up? Maybe I should just give up and walk away and tuck my tail between my legs and go home, or take my ball and leave, or just give up. You know, I think that's natural. But I think the measure of how strong we are is in the face of those thoughts. Maybe I should give up. I don't want to do this anymore. I can't handle it. Blah, 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 blah. How many times do you keep coming back to fight? And how many times do you refuse to lay down? Or how many times do you get knocked down and get back up? Those thoughts are just natural, but what's important is you recover from those thoughts. So I've had it a million times. Oh, maybe I should give up. Maybe I should quit. Maybe this, maybe that. But I'm still here, and I'm still making music, and I'm still fighting back against myself and everybody else all the time. And I couldn't do it without you guys. I swear. Sometimes I get on here and I read some of your guys' comments, and I'm aghast at some of the things that you guys have to say, the nice things that you guys have to say, and I just think to myself, like, wow, like this comment right here, this one that I just read, this is the fucking reason that I have to keep going. This is the fucking reason that I can't give up. This is the reason that I'm going to keep pushing forward. So yeah. So, you know, as long as I got you guys, I'm not going anywhere. I might feel like I want to quit, but I'm not a quitter. I do not quit, and I will not give up on y'all. I promise you that. Tom fan says, have you heard about the shooting in Michigan that happened yesterday? If so, what do you think the schools can do to protect the kids? I heard something about it, but I didn't read any articles about it. There's just like, fuck, man, so much shit going on in the world these days. It's like the economy's crashing, the stock market plummets, and there's a shooting here, and there's this variant that comes out, and this and that, and blah, blah. It's just like so much shit constantly bombarding us. Bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. That it's difficult to keep up with. I don't remember another time in the history of fucking life that it was this difficult to keep up with all the bad news. So I heard about it. I didn't read anything about it yet. So I can't give you a real answer on that without reading about it and at least attempting to sift through all the bullshit and figure out the facts of everything. Kieran Jenkins says, hi Tom, how did you overcome anxiety? When are you coming to the UK? Love your music. You and Nova are killing it. Well, thank you, Kieran. I appreciate that. Shit. As soon as the world gets a little safer for Nova, you guys know that we go to extraordinary measures sometimes to keep Nova safe and from her asthma and shit. So as soon as the world's better and it's safe for us to hit the road, we'll come over to the UK. I haven't been to the UK since like 2014. When I went there and I played a few shows in 2014 before I was anybody. And I've just fell in love with it, and I just can't wait to cross back over the pond and come hang out with you guys. And as far as overcoming anxiety, I don't think you ever truly like overcome anxiety. It's not really like it's not a battle that you just win and it's over. It's like a war that you fight for your entire life. So there's no like finite end to everything where I can say, oh, well, this is how I overcame it. I can tell you how I'm constantly doing my best to overcome it as I continue on down the road, but it's not a fight that's over yet. So, I mean, a lot of different things. I eat good. I quit smoking. I quit drinking. I quit drugs. I quit everything. I drink shit tons of water. I drink like calming tea. I go to therapy. I meditate. I try and take better care of myself. I try to pay attention to the little voice inside your head, and like I try to pay attention to my inner dialogue and try to make that as positive as a dialogue as possible, and not always be so hard on myself. So there's like a lot of little things that you can do to overcome anxiety or whatever your mental illness may be. Like, I don't think that there's one magic. I wish there was the perfect words. I wish there was the magic solution to everything, but I don't think there is one. I think it's something that you got to deal with over the course of a lifetime. And as you learn more about yourself and how well or not well you deal with certain things, you just kind of start adding little things to your arsenal, like meditation and researching and reading and therapy and just different things that help you. And sooner or later, you've accumulated so many of these little things that all combined, they have a real positive impact on your mental health. So you got to figure out what those little things are, accumulate them over time, and then employ them all together. And that's how, in my experience, you can win the fight against anxiety and move forward in your life. Roosh Stang says, who taught you how to pack a USPS bag with 2 shirts and 2 albums in such a small ass bag? This guy taught himself how to do that. Nova and I spent a lot of time perfecting how to get everything in a package safely. So like, we've tried everything, wrapping shirts around CDs, putting the CDs inside the shirts, then folding the shirts with the CDs inside and packing them. Nova and I, it was all trial and error. But at this point in time, we pretty much got it dialed. So that was a huge learning curve. Nobody taught us. We taught ourselves. And that's why it took so long to figure out, but we got it fucking dialed in now. Leanne Novelli says, is the video on Friday going to be like Buttholes or Dummies, where it doesn't fit in a genre and it has its own bomb-ass genre that no one can really touch? Is it like Buttholes or Dummies? It's really hard. Dude, I can't say anything about it. I admire the fact that people are asking questions about it and trying to pry little pieces of information about it from me. But I've given all of the hints that I can give without totally like letting it out of the bag. And I mean, tomorrow at 9 a.m., the artwork's going to drop and it's going to be totally out the bag. So we only have like a short number of hours to go before I drop the artwork and everybody knows what's up. So I don't want to blow it now. Just stay tuned. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I'm dropping the artwork. Friday morning at 9 a.m., I'm dropping the video. All will be revealed in due time. All right? Crystal Hall says, I would kind of like to see your version of a Christmas song, or give us a new one to sing this time of year. I don't know if I'm cut out for a Christmas song. Nova and I were talking about it. We were talking about maybe doing a Christmas song, but we haven't done it yet. I guess there's still time. I mean, shit, maybe. I don't know if I got the chops for a Christmas song. You guys want to hear a Christmas song with big 808 drums and auto-tune? If that's what you want, I got you. What else we got going on here? Brian Mitch says, will we ever get another GFBF song? Of course you're going to get another GFBF song. Dude, there's so many GFBF songs that you guys haven't even heard yet.
The weather outside is frightful.
Nova just came in here singing. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but...
Yes, GFBF Christmas song!
So Nova says yes. Shit. Not only will you get a GFBF song, maybe you'll get a GFBF Christmas song. You never know. She just came in here singing the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. We've been singing that back and forth at each other for like fucking 3 days. We just started watching Christmas movies. Yo, has anybody here seen 8-Bit Christmas? I just finished watching it last night. It's fucking fire. If you're looking for a good Christmas movie, 8-Bit Christmas. It reminds me a lot of A Christmas Story. And A Christmas Story is like in my top 3 Christmas movies of all time. So if you liked A Christmas Story, you'll probably like 8-Bit Christmas. It's lit. Brett Baker says, I named my daughter after Nova. Do you approve? I guess so. Why didn't you name your daughter after Tom? Nova's a good second choice. I approve. Daniel Murata says, is it easy to rap whatever you want to say, or is it hard? I mean, the most difficult part, especially when you're doing like the political songs that I do sometimes, those are a little more difficult because it's like, you know exactly what you want to say, but taking exactly what you want to say and making it rhyme is fucking low-key a pain in the ass sometimes. But I don't know. Is rapping whatever you want to say hard? I mean, it really depends, dude. Some beats are more difficult than the others to say something that sounds attractive to the ear. Like, I don't know. But when you're rapping about politics, when you have political things that you want to say and you have to rhyme everything that you want to say, yeah, that's like low-key a pain in the ass for real. Christy Schumann says, please tell me this new drop is somewhat controversial. I love hearing you go off. Oh, it's controversial, but not in any way that you'd expect it to be. It might be my most controversial thing I've ever done, but it's untypical. The manner in which the controversy takes place is much different than it's ever been before. That's all I can say. Stop prying me about the video on Friday. I've been talking about it all week. I've given you guys all the hints I can give you. I can neither confirm nor deny any further suspicions. What else we got here? Ike says, how many instruments do you play? I play the guitar very poorly. I play the keyboard also very poorly. And that's really it. Just the guitar and the keyboard. I mean, I can play almost any instrument good enough to record it in the studio and make a beat with it. But like making a beat in the studio with an instrument and playing that instrument on stage, those are like two completely different things. But I can play the guitar and the keyboard well enough to make beats in the studio. Sam Scott says, if you could get an autograph from any artist, living or dead, who would it be? Good question. Any artist, living or dead, who would it be? My favorite band's Led Zeppelin. And all of those guys, aside from John Bonham, the drum player, all of those guys are still alive, I believe. But I'd probably take I'd take an autographed poster of Led Zeppelin by each member of the band, probably over anything. I'd definitely take the Happy Face Nirvana shirt signed by Kurt Cobain too. That'd be pretty fucking epic. Yeah, difficult choice. A lot of people ask, this is like the third time I've seen it. Somebody said, I'm in Ohio and I know that you drop the videos at 9 a.m. my time. So what is that Ohio time? I have no fucking idea what that is, Ohio time. I drop every video. When videos drop on Fridays, they drop at 9 a.m. Pacific. So I don't know what time zone everybody else lives in, but the video is going to be dropping at 9 a.m. Pacific. So if you just like go to Google, they have like a time zone converter. You just put like, what is 9 a.m. Pacific in Mountain Time or in Eastern Time or in Central Time? And it'll tell you. So I don't think you can get, because like Pacific Time is as Western as it can get, I think. It's not going to be any earlier than 9 a.m. So it might be 10 for you or 11 for you or noon for you. But it's always 9 a.m. Pacific. A lot of people are saying like, Lou G. Rowe says, when you braid your hair, what do you use to keep your braids in? Nothing. Nova just braids my hair and it stays braided until I pull the braids out. I've seen a few people now say like, oh, I want a political song and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like so crazy that like a month ago, all I heard was like, no more political songs, no more political songs, stop doing political songs. And then I did balloons. And then people were like, fuck balloons, like we want political. And it's just like, it's impossible to make everybody happy. And making everybody else happy is a real good way to make yourself miserable. So look, you wanted political, and I gave you political, and then you didn't want political, and I gave you balloons, and now you want political again. You're getting what I'm dropping on Friday. And I can't say anything else about it. I can't. I really wanted to say something really right there, but I can't. But what you get on Friday, look, I can't say anymore. I'm trolling the entire world. I'm trolling the fucking entire world. Okay? I think a lot of people out there know that I get a lot of enjoyment out of trolling the world. And this Friday, I've always trolled specific kind of groups of people. And we've always targeted certain groups, mumble rappers and left-wing people and cancel culture and this and that. We've just targeted all these different things. This Friday, everybody's getting trolled. Everyone. So if you've ever wanted to troll the internet, then join me on Friday morning when I drop this new video, and we can troll the entire internet together. Okay? And it's not the trolling that you expect. Okay? I can't keep talking about the new video. I'm accidentally going to say the name of it, or I'm accidentally going to say too much. I'm just going to leave it at we're trolling the entire world on Friday, okay? What else we got going on in here? David Jordan says, ToM MAcDonAlD, will you make a love song? Yeah, I'll make a love song. Stay tuned for that. That's also not what's happening on Friday. And I know a lot of people were guessing that the video on Friday was going to be like a love song or like a love song to Nova or something like that. And first of all, thanks for making me fucking look horrible. But it's not a love song to Nova. Even though maybe it should be, it's not. And fuck you for making me look bad. Elena Benfield says, do you miss touring? Terribly, terribly miss touring. That's like the best part of this whole gig. Sometimes it's really weird, like, that we haven't toured in so long. Sometimes it just feels like my whole life is rhyming words in my phone and reciting them on camera and then giving the recordings to the world. It's really bizarre. It definitely feels like there's a big missing piece to this whole thing right now, and that's touring. So I just absolutely cannot wait to get back on the road and see you guys and shake your hands and give you hugs and sign your CDs and take photos with you and hear your stories. And I cannot wait. And the only way that I can deal with the separation anxiety that I feel from you guys right now is to just not think about it. So I just can't think about it. I'll see you guys soon, and we just gotta leave it at that. And I love you, and I miss you guys so much. Brian Ward says, have you ever thought about getting into movies or having your music into movies? If a movie reached out and wanted to have my music in it, absolutely, like, I would take that opportunity. I've never gone out and chased being in movies. I used to have an acting agent back when I lived in Vancouver. And they would constantly be sending me auditions and auditions and auditions and auditions. And I fucking never went. I didn't go to a single audition. And I was signed to them for like a year. And it got to the point where they were calling me and being like, yo, you keep saying that you're going to go to these auditions and then you no-show them and you make us look bad. So, like, do you want to even be in TV shows and movies or do you not? And I was making music at the time, but it wasn't going very well. And I was working construction and I was just trying to find cool things to do with my life to pay bills and enjoy myself. So I was like, oh, what the hell, I'll try acting. But my love was so much stronger for making music that like, if they called and they're like, oh, we got you this audition for this lead role in this movie or this commercial or this TV series or whatever the fuck it was, I was just like, ugh, okay, I'll go. But when the time came to go, I was like, I'd rather just sit in my apartment and play on my keyboard and see if I can make the song that I meant to make. Like, I was just trying to make that one song that would introduce me to the world and introduce the world to me, and I had to find that one song. And it just felt like I would be doing myself a huge disservice if instead of trying to make that song, I went to some audition for some movie that I didn't give a shit about. So I actually got asked the other day if I wanted to play the bad guy in like a Bruce Willis movie. If I would play opposite Bruce Willis as the lead villain in like a heist movie. And I was kind of just like, yeah, that's cool, but I mean, I don't know. Fucking whatever, you know? So, I don't know. That could happen. It could happen. I wasn't super enthusiastic about it when I heard about it, but fuck, who knows? If Bruce Willis calls and says, I really want to be acting in this movie with you, then I'll be like, okay, I'll stick to the music shit. Oh, this is a really nice thing. Ben Wagner says, you have a creative mind and a spirit that can't be matched by a lot of people. You do you, and you'll always have individuals willing to listen. Keep on keeping on. Thank you, Ben. I really appreciate that. That's like definitely... That's the last thing that I can say about this video coming out on Friday. Nobody has the balls to do what I'm going to do on Friday. The couple people that have saw it were like, holy shit, dude, what the fuck? I can't believe you had the guts to do that. That's fucking insane. Yeah, so, so anyways, yeah. I appreciate that, Ben. Thank you. And you just made me think of one of my favorite things about this video on Friday is that I know that nobody else in the world would ever do it. And I'm excited just based on that alone. What else we got going on here? Rachel Vincent says, would it be okay to use some of the lyrics from your song Naz for my tattoo I'm getting in memory of her dog? Of course. So Naz is the name of one of my dogs. It's also the title of one of the songs that I've wrote, which I wrote when Naz died and then was subsequently brought back to life. So I wrote a song about him because it was fucking heartbreaking. And Rachel, if that song speaks to you and helps you remember your dog, absolutely. You have my full permission to use the song lyrics in a tattoo. John Brooks says, do you ever just pinch yourself after having your life restored from rock bottom at how life is now? And is that the main thing that keeps you humble and grateful? Yeah, like all the time I have these sort of like epiphanies, these like moments of clarity where I just like say to Nova, I'm just like, yo, and she's like, what? And I'm like, this is fucking crazy, huh? And she's like, what? And I'm like, just the fact that like we have a house and people like listen to my music or our music, and like that we like can go on tour and people actually come see us, and like we haven't had to like worry about paying bills or food in like 3 years. Like, it's fucking pretty incredible. It's like unreal. Considering that, like, literally 3 years ago, you guys know the story, like, we were living in a rundown old shack, and I would sign my CDs in a box, and I'll never forget. This is just crazy. I'll give you guys the breakdown of like where we were at. So we were living in this rundown old shack, Nova and I together, and if I woke up in the middle of the night and I wanted a glass of water or something like that, I would like walk to the kitchen and flip the light on, and there would just be fucking cockroaches everywhere, like all over the counters and the cupboards and shit. And when the light comes on, they all scatter and like hide in the cracks in the walls and shit. And it was just like, fuck. I'd have to like take plates out of the cupboard, and if there's a cockroach on it, I'd kill it. And then I'd have to take the plate over and fucking wash it with the plate with soap and water to get the bug guts off it. Like, it was fucking brutal. And like, you guys know that there was like a lot of months where like Nova and I couldn't even afford to do groceries and pay the bills. So like our power would get cut off for like 3-4 days at a time. And we'd have to plug our fridge into an extension cord and run the cord out the window into the neighbor's garage and plug our fridge into the neighbor's house so our food didn't spoil, because we couldn't afford to get more food. Like, we were going to like Goodwill and like secondhand stores and buying like denim jackets and denim shirts and like painting on them and drawing pictures on them and distressing them and making like custom clothes with secondhand clothes that we got from Goodwill, and like trying to sell that stuff online so that we could put enough money together to pay our rent. Like, it was fucking grim. And like, I remember one day when Death Threats came out, that was my first CD like years ago. I spent all night autographing my first box of albums. It's the first time anybody ever wanted an autographed album from me, period. And I signed all these albums and I put them in the envelopes, and I was so excited and da-da-da-da-da. And I carried this big box of them out to the kitchen and I put them on the kitchen table, and we went to sleep that night. And I woke up the next day and there was a fucking hole in the ceiling in the kitchen, and water had just poured through the ceiling into my box of albums and just filled the whole box with water and ruined all of my fucking CDs that I had signed. Like, it was fucking horrible, man. Like, horrible. And it's like weird, like when John said, are those the things that keep you humble and grateful? I feel like that shit was 3 years ago, and it feels like it was fucking yesterday. Like, it really truly feels like it was yesterday. And all that shit was like hot off the heels of a huge fucking mental breakdown where I couldn't even function properly. I couldn't talk, I couldn't eat, I couldn't make music, I couldn't do things. I moved back in with my mom and lived with my mom for 9 months. And then to get out of that situation and move out, and me and Nova are living in this fucking rundown shack, like, that shit feels like it was fucking yesterday to me. Like, I know that there's some people out there who have gone through some pretty serious, gnarly fucking shit. Like, whether they went overseas and fought in a war, or just like went overseas with the military, or were in a fucking car accident, or saw somebody die, or had some like really traumatic shit happen in their lives. And I know that those people have like extreme fucking brutal PTSD in many cases. But I swear there is some sort of this like subliminal PTSD from living in that environment, and like that constant stress and worry of like, is the power going to get cut off? Do I have to ask the neighbors to plug our fridge in again? The fucking bugs everywhere, water coming through the ceiling, fucking having nothing and struggling. There's like some sort of subconscious PTSD from that shit, because it feels like it was yesterday still. And I mean, I don't feel any different. I don't, it's weird, man. Some people like become like a famous actor or a rock star or a fucking painter or an athlete or whatever, and they like totally fucking lose themselves in their accomplishments. They become so fucking close to their work that they like sort of become it and like they lose all regular relationship with reality. And they get these like superiority complexes where they're like, oh, well, I took myself to this higher level and I'm on this high level now and there's all these other people that are beneath me and like, and I'm better than them and I got more money than them and I'm cooler and more talented and more skilled. How fucking deluded do you have to be to like reach a place where you totally like have this, you start looking at your life through this distorted fucking lens, like that you think you're better than everybody else, and that life doesn't owe you shit. Like life doesn't owe you a fucking thing. Like you get what you work for and sometimes you don't. And you get what you deserve and fucking sometimes you don't. And just because you get it doesn't mean that you're fucking any better than anybody else. You know what I mean? It's like they completely become detached from the hard times and the bullshit that they had to go through to get there. And all of a sudden they're just become some fucking elitist prick. Because they forget what it was like to plug your fucking fridge into the neighbor's house, and they forget what it was like to have cockroaches all over your kitchen, and they forget what it was like to fucking have water pour through the ceiling and ruin your shit. But I will never fucking forget about that. That shit was like a fucking branding iron. It like left a mark on me and I will just never fucking forget it. And it took everything out of me to survive that the first time. And a lot of people have this lust for more money, more cars, more clothes, more houses, more. I don't have a lust for more. I have a fear of going back to having fucking absolutely nothing. And that fear of going back to having absolutely fucking nothing is what reminds me to be thankful and to be grateful and to stay humble every fucking day. So that was the long answer, John. You got me ranting a little bit. Marsha Clark says, hey, Tom, are you going to be wearing a sexy apron, pardon me, a sexy apron in your new video? Marsha is, of course, referencing the sexy apron that I was wearing yesterday that I posted online. Marsha. I've said multiple times now that you got to stop prying me for information about this new video. But I can tell you this. I most definitely will not be wearing a sexy apron in my new music video. Remember that I said that. I will not be wearing a sexy apron in the video. Okay, what else we got going on here? Just flipping through here. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm just looking for question marks. Laverna Verdon says, Tom, are the lyric books on your website going to be autographed? The lyric books are not autographed. Only the albums were autographed, and I guess this is a really great opportunity to promote www.hangovergang.com. Get yourself a lyric book. Get yourself one of my 6 solo albums or one of my 2 collab albums. All my albums, t-shirts, everything, www.hangovergang.com. The lyric books are there. There's a few left. They are not autographed. Sarah Blanchard says, I skipped one. Sophie New says, is it hard to stay positive for you? If so, how do you stay positive? Fucking incredibly hard to be positive. Incredibly hard. Sometimes I go for long stretches, like 6 months, where I'm fucking happy and I have no problems sort of thwarting the negative thoughts, but sometimes it's definitely fucking difficult, real fucking difficult. Today was difficult. I woke up and it was difficult today. So I put on some music while I was making coffee for Nova and I this morning, and I was singing while I was making coffee, and I was doing everything that I possibly could do to make myself feel better. And fucking success. It worked. I mean, it wasn't like a perfect solution, but like I feel a lot better now than I did this morning. It's just a constant fight, man. Like, and again, like we talked about it with the anxiety. I don't think there's one perfect magical way to deal with it. It's just, you got to do whatever you got to do in the moment to make yourself feel better. And that's it. Right now, like the strategy I'm using right now is, even when I don't want to work, even when I don't want to record music, even when I don't want to shoot videos, even when I don't want to go live, even when I don't want to do anything, I force myself to do it. And sometimes I enjoy it and sometimes I don't. But my key right now is to like try to be positive, but if I feel negative, don't let the negativity slow me down. I'm just powering through it right now. Tanner Main says, do you guys ever plan on making another song like Heart Emojis? So Heart Emojis is off of the album As Far as the Stars. And that whole project was sort of this like weird mesh of like pop, punk, trap. And it's honestly like one of my favorite fucking albums I've ever made. Like, I love it. But it seems like people didn't really like the pop punk stuff. And prior to those pop punk songs, No Good Bastards, Heart Emojis, Church, prior to those sort of like rocky punk songs, I did Ashes, which was a rock song, and that was like the worst performing video that I've ever done, ever. And I think it's visually one of the fucking dopest videos we've done, with like the mansion on fire with me inside it and shit. Like, it's fucking visually, it's stunning. But people didn't really like the song. And I was like, oh, well, maybe maybe Ashes sucks. Maybe I did a shitty job of doing the rap rock thing. So I gave it another shot on As Far as the Stars. And I thought those songs were great. And they didn't perform exceedingly well either. So I've just sort of reached the point where I'm like, okay, well, people don't want to fucking hear me doing the rap rock stuff. So I've just been rapping since then. But every now and again, I get an urge to do something different and to do something just like sort of wildly left field of what I typically do. So never say never. Leah Mully says, I'm planning on selling my left kidney in order to download your new song on iTunes. Thoughts? Definitely do it. Sell both your kidneys. Sell both your kidneys, your liver, your stomach, your lungs. Whatever you got, man, sell it. Taryn Bach says, if you ever had a girl, you could call her Thomasina. Every fucking time that I was being a pussy when I was a kid, my dad used to call me Thomasina. If I was being a wimp about something, or I was being a baby, my dad would call me Thomasina. So that's fucking crazy that you even said that. Like, what the fuck? It's a twisted creation from the strange mind of my father, but somebody else actually had that thought, which is fucking crazy to me. Okay, what else we got here? Chris Osberg says, what is one wrestler that you would like to make an entrance song for? Shit. Dude, I'll make entrance music for any wrestler. I would love to have some wrestlers walking to the ring to my music. Actually, there's a wrestler named James Ellsworth. You guys remember him? He had a short stint in WWE, and he was just like he was a pretty important character for a while. James Ellsworth walked to the ring to No Good Bastards a few months ago. He actually sent me the video, and it's fucking rad. So I've always wanted to custom make entrance music for a wrestler. So I don't know, man. When somebody reaches out and needs something done, I'm gonna get her did. Mitch Eccles says, do you read the dictionary to find words to use in your songs? I have never used a dictionary to find words to use in my songs. What else we got going on here? I'm just flipping through here, guys. Give me 1 second. Henry N. Benfield says, what is used in the intro to Cancelled? I hear breath sounds in between the notes. I think it's just a choir that goes, and then there's that breath at the end of the and I think probably what you're hearing is that like that inhale at the end of those notes, but I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to, so I'd have to listen back to give you a 100% confirmation on that. What else we got going on here? Roberto says, is that song Ashes called Ashes to Ashes or just Ashes? Fuck, I don't know. Is it called Ashes to Ashes? I always just refer to it as Ashes. What else we got going on here? Somebody asked, do you ever think about your bad habits when you used to drink heavy? Fuck, I try to think about them. The problem is I don't remember any of the shit. So as hard as I fucking think about those old days, there's only like a very scattered few of those memories that I actually have any recollection of at all. So, I mean, dude, I'm just so fucking happy to be past that. And if there's one thing, and I've said it before, if there's one thing that I've learned from researching my mental health and different mental health problems and shit, it's that depression typically comes from feelings from the past that you can't let go of, that you continue to live in. And anxiety typically comes from fear of things that haven't happened yet in the future. So depression comes from things that have happened in the past. Anxiety comes from things that haven't happened in the future yet. And because of that sort of duality, and I think that there's a lot of truth to that, I don't think too much about when I was drinking heavy and fucking my life up, because there's emotions attached to that shit, and I can't live in yesterday. I can't live in yesterday, and I can't worry about tomorrow. All I can fucking do is right here, right now, and do my best to live in the present and to not let fear of the future or regret from the past taint my present mood, you know? I'm just flipping through here. Damn, a lot of people. Rebecca Lawson says, have you ever thought about when to do a documentary? You're an inspiration to so many people, and you're positive. humble attitude makes it even better, and you keep it 100. Oh, thank you so much, Rebecca. A documentary would be cool, but then I'd have to be followed around by a bunch of camera people and other weird production people, and I'm such like a fucking, you'd never guess, judging by the music videos and judging by how open and honest everybody is with one another on these streams and stuff. You'd never guess that I'm an extremely private person, but I am. And I don't know if I would like to have a production crew following me around all the time, filming me in the studio, filming me coming up with ideas for music videos, filming me wipe my ass, like, I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I could. I like being able to turn my own camera on. I'm here, I'm with you guys, I'm hanging out, and I like to be able to turn it off and get back to my life. I don't know if I want other people's cameras in my fucking face all day long doing a documentary, reality series type shit, you know? I don't know if, maybe at some point in time, I don't know if that would be good for me right now. Deborah Grote says, did you start your music career by writing poetry? A lot of people think that you're a lyrical genius. Oh, shucks. I appreciate that. I did start my career off by writing poetry. I started out writing poetry, and then the poetry evolved into rock songs, and I wrote rock songs for a long time, but I just didn't have that great voice, that Robert Plant, Ozzy Osbourne, Rob Halford. Like, I didn't have that voice for rock songs. So eventually the poetry evolved into rock songs. The rock songs eventually evolved into rap songs, into hip hop songs. And you don't have to have some amazing singing voice to rap. So it worked out. But yes, I did start, everything started with writing poetry. What else we got going on here? Dar Erickson says, did Eminem ever acknowledge you, or did the song or the song Dear Slim that you know of? I don't. Here's the thing, not publicly, but I never expected him to. I didn't write that. Like, a lot of people think that, like, oh, like Dear Slim was a clout chase, and like Tom was just trying to get Eminem to acknowledge him, and blah 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 blah. And it's like, could not be further from fucking the reality of the situation. Like, it just so happens that, like, the true story about that song is I had wrote a song called Eminem, and I was telling Nova, like, oh, I think this song's fucking genius and I love it and I want to put it out. And then while I'm talking about this song over the course of a week and kind of trying to come up with ideas and trying to decide if it's something I should release or I can release or what, then we get into NFTs, and Eminem does the NFT thing, and Eminem's NFTs come with a beat that he produced, and I was like, oh shit, I can take my song that I wrote called Eminem and I can rap it on a beat produced by Eminem, and that's fucking super special and incredible. I'm gonna do that. So I got the beat, and then I was like, oh, like, the song I wrote doesn't fit on this new beat. And I wasn't sure that it would, but it definitely did not. So then I was like, okay, so what am I gonna do? I don't wanna write a second song about Eminem. And then I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna make it a letter and make it like an homage to Stan, the original Stan. And I just thought that that would be really fucking incredible content. And it meant a lot to me. And I think it was incredible content, and I'm really fucking proud of it and really happy we did it. So all the people are like, oh, it was a clout chase, Tom's just trying to get Eminem's attention. Like, man, no. Not even fucking a little bit. Not even a fucking little bit. But that's the thing, is like, people say things and do things in their lives, and then the internet observes them and then writes their own fucking narrative to how they perceive the situation, and then the fucking internet thinks that's the truth, and it's like, often it couldn't be further from. You know what I mean? So Amber Burt says, my birthday is tomorrow. Can you sing me happy birthday? I'm not going to sing you happy birthday, Amber, but I will say happy birthday. I hope it kicks as much ass as you do, and much love. What else we got going on here? Banyan Carpenter says, is the new song off of one of your 2 new albums? No, the new video is not off one of my 2 new albums. It's brand new. Nobody's heard it before. Sammy Caldwell says, what was your biggest inspiration for rapping? I started rapping the same way a lot of other young white rappers started rapping, and that was because of Eminem. So obviously, I think we've definitely gone our separate ways. We've definitely gone our separate ways, especially in these last few years. But that's how it all started. What else we got going on here? Kevin Bird says, do you miss wrestling? Absolutely miss wrestling. Every single day. Wrestling left a hole in my heart that I don't think will ever is possible to be filled by anything other than wrestling. So I've already made the decision. One day when Tony Khan calls or Vince McMahon calls and says that they want to give me that last final match in the ring, I'm going to lace my boots up one more time and I'm going to go beat somebody's ass, and then I will have closure on the wrestling business and I can walk away happy. But I'm definitely going to have to beat somebody's ass one more time before I can say I'm done. Antonio Ray says, how are the dogs? Well, 3 of the 4 dogs are really good. One of our dogs, Bruce, just had surgery because she had a snapped tendon in one of her legs. So she just had surgery, and now she's going to be recovering for like 10 weeks. So she's in a crate and in a cage, and she has to be given medication 4 times a day. So Nova gets up at like 6, 7 a.m. to give her medication. And it's a huge pain in the ass. But she's good. She's healing, and the other 3 dogs are just fine. And I appreciate you asking. Thank you. Zanel Nyman says, are you thinking about popping the big question to Nova soon? What big? I mean, I'm gonna ask her to shoot another music video like probably tomorrow, and that's gonna be a pretty big question because I know that she's sick to death of my unrelenting grind and disgusting work ethic. So every question is big right now. Nova, can we shoot a music video to this? Nova, do you got time to shoot a music video to that? Honestly, if I keep asking her those big questions, the big question that you're referring to, she might flat out just say no when I ask the big question. If I keep asking her to shoot music videos so fucking often, she might leave me before I ever have the chance to ask her to get married. So it's really up to you guys. If you guys want me to marry Nova and ask Nova to marry me, I'm going to have to stop asking Nova to shoot music videos for me all the time. So can you guys handle that? Can you guys handle me not asking Nova to shoot music videos and having no music videos for like 6 months? So that I can stop annoying her for long enough that she'd actually say yes if I asked her to marry me? Can you handle that? Ask yourselves. If you guys think you can handle no music videos for 6 months, then fine, I'll ask her. But it's up to you at this point. Somebody said, what's up with the Gucci Ronald McDonald in the background? Boom. I drew it. I drew that Ronald McDonald Gucci. I don't know. I like drawing weird, like, pop culture characters, sort of like out of their element. Like I have another one somewhere where it's like Bugs Bunny, but Pinocchio's standing behind him, and Pinocchio's nose has grown straight through the back of Bugs Bunny's head and out through his eyeball. So Bugs Bunny's eyeball is like flying through the air, and it's like all bloody and fucked up. I don't know. I just like drawing weird shit. But anyways, look, we've ventured pretty far off the beaten path. So I'm just going to say this. Brand new video drops Friday morning at 9 a.m. Be there, be square. But you better fucking be there. Because I don't like squares. So be there. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. the artwork drops. And tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. you will all know exactly what is going to happen on Friday. Here's the thing. The artwork for this video... Remember how I said the video might get banned? The artwork for this video, it's very likely it could get banned too. And if the artwork does get banned, they're definitely going to suppress it and not allow it to go into everybody's news feeds because it's crazy artwork, and you'll see what I mean tomorrow. So if you wake up tomorrow morning and it's past 9 a.m. and you haven't seen the artwork, manually come to this page, or manually go to my Instagram, or manually visit one of my social media pages, and hopefully you'll find the artwork if they don't tear it down. And I'm like low-key really fucking worried about the artwork being taken down tomorrow. I'm worried about the video being taken down that we're dropping on Friday. I am, you know, I've been worried about them taking stuff down and suppressing stuff before. And we've even had to deal with those types of things in the past. But this one is like way different. Like it's a lot more. And you're going to see what I mean. Like, look, join the Hangover Gang newsletter. The link is in the comments. Put in your email, hit enter, and you're done. And I'll email you the video on Friday morning. Or subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn your notifications on. Those are your two ways to see the new video early. The video drops Friday at 9 a.m. The artwork drops tomorrow at 9 a.m. I don't know how long we've been on here, but it feels like it's been about an hour, and I have an ungodly amount of work to do. So I'm going to bid you adieu, and I'm going to go finish putting together everything that I need to put together to ensure a smooth video release Friday morning at 9 a.m. So it's been a total pleasure hanging out with everybody tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I'm going to give you the first taste of the craziest thing I've ever done. I'll see everybody here at 9 a.m. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. It's Hangover Gang forever. Peace.